Hello, this lesson is on chapter 1. Alright, the last part for chapter 1, algebraic manipulation. Over this video, you are going to learn how to do algebraic manipulation. Main thing is to able to change the subject, right? Change the subject of the equation or the formula. Right, what does change the subject means? It doesn't mean the math or science the subject. Okay, in this case means like for example, if I have y equals to x plus b, right? Y is the subject. Okay, y is the subject. That means in short, subject is what does it equals to. Alright, so basically you can see from the equation it's on the left hand side and it has only a coefficient of 1. Okay, that is the subject. If another example, 2a equals to c plus 2. Now, in this case, the a is not the subject because I have 2a, right? Or even if I have negative 2, a also cannot. Alright, what I need is I need to have the only 1, coefficient 1. So if I have a equals to c plus 2, then I can say that a is the subject, right? Now there are a few steps to follow on what we're going to do. Okay, the steps are here. Now these steps is written by myself, so it may be different from what you have learned if you're learning from somewhere else, or you may never find it online. Right, so the 4 general steps we're going to go through with them using 2 examples from your workbook. Right, so if you have your workbook with you, okay, you can take it out. If you do not, right, you can also write it on your notebook or just take a blank piece of paper and follow me through. All right. So first one, it is on worksheet 1D. Okay, worksheet 1D. Now, question 1F. Now, so this is an equation. So this equation, as you can see, the y is the subject. Right, so we need to change the subject. I don't want y to be subjects. I want x. Right, so this is from the question, okay, from the workbook. So I want x to be the subject. That means ultimately I want x equals to be something. Okay, so how these are steps? First thing, we observe the equation and see are there any fractions. If there are, I need to remove them, and I remove them, I will need to do expansion after that. So how do I remove this? Now equation, remember there's only one rule. Okay, only one rule, and that is doing the same to both sides. So to remove the fraction, I multiply by the denominator to both sides. Doing so will cancel away the denominator. Okay, or more correctly, the term should be used is divide away. Right, you will divide away the denominator. Left hand side, I will left with y bracket x minus c equals to ab. So as you can see, from here to here, I'm doing step 1. I remove the fraction, and next I need to expand. That's the bracket, I expand it. So step 1 here is done. Step 2. So terms with what I want on the left. So basically what I want is x. So this term has x, this term, okay, no problem. This negative cy doesn't have x. It's not supposed to be on the left. It should go to the right. So it should go to the right, plus cy on both sides, I get this. Okay, now this is done. Now, step 3 is also an optional step. Factorize left hand side. Left hand side, LHS for left hand side. So in this case, left hand side, there's only one term, so there's no need to factorize, right? Then step 4, divide right hand side by left hand side. What does it mean? That means divide this whole thing by the coefficient of x. Now I only want x, right? So whatever that's not x will go to the right hand side and be at the denominator like this. Oh, sorry, my bad. It should be a y. Okay, it should be like this. Now, so this step is the general step and it is quite fixed. That means first step again, if you see a fraction, remove the fraction. If the equation doesn't have fraction, you can skip step 1. Then step 2 will always have terms with what I want, okay, should be on the left, and terms with nothing that I want on the right. Right, while doing step 2, they should not have any bracket. So step 2 should start here and not here. Right, no bracket. Make sure you expand everything first. After which, if my left hand side is more than one term, I need to factorize. This one we'll go through. We'll take a look at the next example. Alright. And lastly, step 4 is always the right hand side divided by the left, or the coefficient of the x. Right. Now next example on the workbook is actually on the next page. Okay, it's 1L. 1L. So now as you can see, this is the equation. X is the subject, I want B to be the subject. Alright, now in this question there is no 6. So whatever you see, if it looks like 6, it is not, it is actually a B. Alright, so B. So first step, remove fraction. So same as before, this 3 plus B, I can multiply on both sides, or if you learn the cross multiply, yes, it is the same thing. Right? After which I expand. After I expand, now I can go to the second step. I want B. So terms on B, terms with B should be on the left, terms without B should be on the right. So basically this term is correct, this term is negative 3a is correct. This 3x needs to go to the right, and this AB should go to the left. So what I have will be this bx minus AB. Remember to change the sign. Negative 3a minus 3x. Right? Then next step. This is a step that's missing from the first example. Next step, as you can see at the bottom, because my left hand side got 2 terms with b, so as long as I got more than 2 terms with, 2 terms or more with what I want, I need to factorize. And when I factorize, I'm not talking about common factor or the cross method factorization, but I simply just need to factorize out what I want, which is the b. Even if there are common factors inside, I ignore them. Alright, I only factorize out what I want, which is the b. Right, so this factorization step is quite a small step. Okay, it's a simple step, but this step is easily forgotten. Many people, they do until this step, they are stuck. They forgot what to do next. So factorize. Alright, factorize out the b. Next, the right hand side divided by the left hand side. So I'll have this example as the answer. And there you have it. B is a subject. Right, lastly, one particular thing to take note of, as you can see, my B is a subject, right? My right hand side, okay, cannot have my subject. Over here, there is no B. Alright, so changing the subjects, making B the subject means that means I want B on the left hand side. On the right hand side, I can have other variable, but I cannot have B. Alright, so with this, please try and complete the worksheet on question 1. Thank you.